Hello and welcome back to Rob and Lynn on tour for Cooking with Lynn on a Sunday. And today, yeah, I'm at the static. I'm actually preparing this meal for when we go away. I used to do this when we had a caravan. It was one of our go-to meals for a Friday evening when we got there. So yeah, what we're doing today is stuffed mushrooms. So what we need are, I'm doing 8 large mushrooms. We've got ham, onion, butter, eggs, breadcrumbs, we'll need salt and pepper, and of course cheese. So yeah, I'll get all this prepared and chopped up and show you how to do it. So the first thing you need to do is peel the mushrooms and remove the stalks. Try not to get a chunk off like I've just done. I only bought these yesterday and already they feel like they're going a bit damp. I think the best thing to do with mushrooms when you buy them is to remove them from the packaging. Yeah, should be okay. Right, remove the stalks, but don't throw them away because you'll keep those and we'll fry those up with the onions. So I'll get these all done and see you in a minute. Right, so I'm using 6 large mushrooms. I've took the stalks out. So I'm going to chop those up finely, chop the onion up and start to fry it off. So what I'm doing now, just putting a knob of butter in the frying pan, ready to fry the onions and the mushroom. So chop, I never know which blade is which side's the blade. So chop these fine. Haven't got to be too particular with it, but as fine as you can really, because everything's going to be pretty the same size. So yeah, I'll get these chopped, chop the onion. So yeah, just dice them up fairly small, like so. Again, it's one of these things, again, you don't really need to weigh anything out. Like on the cauliflower cheese that I did on the last one, I think the best thing to do with recipes like that is go by taste. So if you taste the sauce, you don't think it's cheesy enough, you can add some more. And I think that's the best way to cook, rather than just following a recipe. Yeah, I always think, I mean, when you see the proper cooks, and I'm not proclaiming to be a proper cook, I just do it for the love of cooking. Even though you wouldn't believe that, would you, if you listen to Robert. Yeah, I mean, you always see them taste everything and add salt when it's needed. So yeah, always go by your taste rather than listen to the recipe all the time. Okay, so I'll chop, those are done. I'll chop the onion up now, and yeah, I'll be back in a sec when that's done, because I'm sure you don't want to watch me chop an onion all over again. So there you go, onions all chopped. Put those to one side there, mushrooms. Now what I'm going to do is chop some ham up. You can use ham or bacon. I did actually go for bacon yesterday when I did the shopping for this, but they got none. I don't know if the freezer had broke or what was going on. So yeah, but I've used both ham and bacon in the past. Probably a smoky bacon would be nice in this. And if you notice, I always use scissors to cut ham up and bacon. It's loads more easy, I find, than using a knife. Quicker, easier. So for this, I'd say a good mugful of ham or bacon. I'm doing 6 mushrooms, 3 each. And actually, I'll probably only have the 2. And I've just had a look online while I've been messing about. And apparently you can freeze these. I think it's best to freeze them after they've been baked. So I think I'll give it a go and see what it's like. If I freeze one, yeah, that's not enough. And the slice, excuse me. So I'll cut this all up and get on to the next ingredient. Hope I'm not boring you. I'm trying to do it so you haven't got to sit there and watch me cut and chop bits up. Right, so that's the ham all chopped up. The next thing to do, I have got a food processor, but I think I've only got to do about 2 pieces of bread. Well, I'm using crusts that were left from the loaf from yesterday. So to get the food processor out, chop all that down and then wash it all up, I might as well do it by hand, hadn't I? So I know it's a bit laborious, and I've used the bread from yesterday because I've just gone to use bread from the loaf I've got here now that I bought, and it's just way too fresh, and I'd have to wait for it to dry out a bit. So yeah, just a case of grating this. Watch your fingers. So I've grated the bread, grated the bread by hand. So now I'm going to do the cheese. I can't remember. I think the recipe states about 4 ounces, but again, do it to taste. As you're cooking it, do it for taste, and you'll know. So yeah, this time I have got to grate it. On the cauliflower cheese I did, because you just got to melt it. I suppose you could, but I've always grated it for this. It's funny how you do things differently, isn't it, for different things.
I don't know that.
Oh, Alexa's having a go now. She's joining in with the conversation. So yeah, I'll get this done and then get on to the next ingredient. But they are just pretty basic ingredients: bread, ham, mushrooms. There's only one that's a bit different, and that's I'm using curly parsley. Yeah, but I'll come to that in a minute. So I've just, after I've done the cheese, because I've seemed to have done an awful lot, just had a look at a recipe for something similar to this, and it's saying use 1 ounce. Don't know, just put in what you want. But like I said, it's the best way to cook. So the next thing, I just chop up a little bit of curly parsley, and if you don't want to put this in, you don't have to. It's going to go in with the cheese. So again, as with most things, like I said, I use scissors. A lot more accurate, and it says a teaspoon, but a teaspoon's not a lot, is it, to be split? I'll probably end up with way too much mixture. I have got another couple of mushrooms. I could do another couple. Trying to tidy up as I go away, because at the same here in the static as in the motorhome and your caravan and camper vans, whatever you're in, we haven't got much space, have we? So I've got into the habit now of tidying up as I go along. And even though I've got a dishwasher in here, I've always got a bowl of hot water run. It's always better than just to throw things in. I've just chucked the grater in, otherwise it'll probably all the cheese will set on that. So yeah, that's way more than a teaspoon, but I'll put some more in, otherwise it's going to go to waste. I don't think can I freeze parsley? Don't know. Otherwise it's 60 pence for a bag curly leaf parsley. Storage: keep refrigerated, wash before use. Herbs can be frozen. Chop into ice cube trays, add a little water to freeze, and then just pop the whole herb ice cube out to your dish during cooking. Yeah, seems a lot, doesn't it, to do? Right, so that's that done. So the next, I will get an egg, get salt and pepper ready, and we're nearly ready to go. So the last thing I've got to do is put an egg in. So beat 1 egg. And while I'm doing this, I just want to say thank you to everybody, all of you that have commented and liked the last video that I put on. It really did mean a lot. It was just like, I've thought about doing a cookery thing on a Sunday for ages, and I have mentioned it to a few of you when I've been talking to you. And everybody says, yeah, do it, it's a good idea. But actually doing it, putting it on and seeing what kind of reaction you're going to get is, it's always the thing. So yeah, thank you to all of you. So now I'll go over that way and start cooking. Right, so now I'm using my induction hob. I always use it where I can. Put it on function, fry the mushrooms, and I'll add the onion. So going to fry these together. It's probably a bit too much onion actually there, but it'll be fine. So we'll fry these again, like I said when I did the cauliflower cheese. Fry them till they're translucent and they've softened. I'm doing this on 2000 watts. I'll probably have to turn it down. I can't get over how quickly the induction hob gets pans hot. Absolutely one of the best things I've had. And I need to get another one for the motorhome because sometimes we take it, but 9 times out of 10 I forget. Smell-o-vision again, can't beat onions cooking in butter. One of the best smells ever. So I'll cook those down. Okay, so those have been frying for about 3 to 5 minutes. So now you add the dry ingredients. So I'll add the ham. Cheese and the parsley. And some breadcrumbs. Give all that a good stir. Smells absolutely gorgeous. Do you think they'll make smell-o-vision one day? Be awesome. There you go, so that's all binding together. I have turned the heat right down. Well, it's on. I'll put it on to 500 for now. Right, I'm going to add the egg. Add the egg, and that binds it all together. And this is basically what it. This is what it is. I mean, you could use this. You could have one each as a starter, or you could have them as a snack. I'll show you when I dish them up. So I've just spoken to Robert, and we're not going to go away today. So I said, well, okay, that's fine. We'll have this for tea tonight anyway, so he can do the taste test. There you go. Right, I'll just add some salt and pepper. There we go. Yeah, and just mix it all together. It's all bound together now. And I'll take you back over there and get them all piled up. So all you need to do now is pile them up. Oh, and try not to drop it everywhere. So you have to share the mixture out between them all. So yeah, that is it. I did have enough for another one, so I've just put one more on here. So what I'm going to do now is, because I've baked them with foil on, so just loosely put a piece of foil over them and you pop them into the oven for between 20 and 30 minutes, gas mark 5, so it's about 190. But I'm going to cook these later when his lordship's back, and then I'll show how we serve them. Right, well, he's on his way back, so like I said, put the foil over it. I'll put it in. Now again, this is LPG. Somebody has said to me on one of the comments, if I use a pizza stone, apparently in the bottom of the oven, it helps cook, so I need to get one of those. I don't use the oven very often in here. I don't like using the gas, so I'm going to put it on gas mark 6 for about 20 minutes. I'll have a look and see how it goes. But before I go, I need to show you something. I need to show you this. Someone has sent me this. I've never heard of them until somebody asked me if I wanted it. It's a Ramoska. It's a 3-in-1. You can, with that lid, you can do cooked dinners in it. You can do roast chicken, roast potatoes, roast carrots. You can do cakes in it. Then you change the lid and you can boil, and then you change the lid and you bake. It looks absolutely amazing. So next week I'm going to try this out. But yeah, let's see how the stuffed mushrooms turn out first. So while I'm waiting for those to cook, I would just like to wish Linda Hamilton a very, very happy birthday for the 20th of August. Hope you have an amazing day. She was the lady who bought me the medal. Love it. So, moment of truth. I've turned the oven off. Let's have a look. Oh, perfect. Now, as you can see, Robert is behind the camera.
I'm back, folks. I'm back.
Right, you want the biggest, don't you? So
definitely
that one. So
that looks so nice.
I serve it with buttered toast and a salad. But you can have it, I suppose, with whatever you want.
Look at that, folks. Perfect.
And you've got to do this taste test yet. So there's 3 more there if you want another one in a minute.
Okay, put it back in the oven then, because I probably will. Yes, perfect.
Right. Also, right, I'll just pop this over here. So what we serve it with, what I serve it with normally, is buttered toast, salad, and I use the honey and mustard dressing. But you can serve it with, I suppose, whatever you want. But we find this is what we like. And you could, like I said earlier, you could do it just for one on a piece of toast as a starter. Taste test time. It's going to be hot. Again, it's
going to be very hot.
It's just come out of the oven.
But, because I have had this before.
Many times. I said we used to do it as a go-to, hadn't we, when we went to the caravan.
That is so good, people.
It's been
and I'm not just saying it, it is absolutely beautiful.
I wouldn't dare cook anything you don't like.
Lovely.
Happy with that?
Happy. To be honest, people, I'm feeling a bit left out on a Sunday now. Mind you, saying that, I do get fed once a week.
Oh, don't tell fibs. See, I do this sometimes. I'm not going to say all the time.
No, you're doing a cracking job. Very proud of you.
Yeah, so, yeah, thank you for all the comments on the last one. Let me know what you think of this one. And, yeah, I'll see you next Sunday.
I'll be here sometime, people.
Yeah, you'll do the taste test. He's got to get in it. Get in on it.
Well, I've got to eat it, haven't I?
Oh, yeah. There's 3 more on there.
They won't go to waste, no. I assure you. Yes, on that note, people, we'll say our farewells. So stay safe for the caravanners, motorhomes, tenters, drifters, subscribers, all new. We still love you.
We do.
Thank you so much for watching. We will see you on the next one.
In a bit.